know you've been waiting.
Just sit back, you will see you're gonna want some more. They talk about love, life, fam, fun, all in one. Let's take a ride. It just begun. Come on, everybody, you're sure to get your laugh on. It's the Candy and Cap Show. Listen up, everyone. Are you ready to have fun? It's the Candy and Cap Show.
Candy and Kid.
Well. Good morning. Happy Monday to y'all. Welcome to the Candy Kev Show. I am your boy Kev.
And I'm Cat Dog. Listen, what you need to understand about today's show is today is truly the stay-at-home edition of the stay-at-home edition.
Yeah, y'all. We are a little
why
sleepy.
I say that is I'm off today from work. Even though I'm stay-at-home, today is our day off. So, right after we do this,
We going back to
I'm
bed.
going back to sleep.
Yeah.
And I told y'all that for those of you who were following my saga last week I told y'all I had my Snuggie. So let me show you. This is my cat dog Snuggie. This right here is my cat dog Snuggie. Now Kevin hates this Snuggie because what do you call it?
The pregnancy, what is it called? Birth control Snuggie.
Birth control Snuggie.
I got my daughter about 35 of them.
This is my
35 of them. I got
but
them.
this is truly my
All my nieces, everybody got 15 to 20 of them. We're a snuggle sponsor for all of our young people.
But in any event, this is our state. So after this show, today, guess who's going back to sleep? This chick.
Yeah, definitely going back to sleep. So listen, everybody, we thank you for joining us. We hope that you're up. As my wife often says, we're going to ask that you do us a favor. And what did you say there?
Come on, y'all, hit that share button. Hit that share button. So,
Oh, Lord. Well, your hair looks absolutely amazing. I love the just wake up, throw your hair up. Like,
in a bun?
Yeah, I think that is so, like, in my opinion, one of the sexiest things women can do.
Really?
Because that shows, like, you showing your baby. Did you purposely do that? Show your baby hair? Like, did you slick it down? Like, did you take a little bit of spit and just...
No, like, because I'm getting right back into bed. I literally took my hair, put it in a bun, and did like this and said, all right, let's go.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this is the real, you know when women talking about, I woke up like this, they be lying. Because I'm going to show you how we wake up. This is how we wake up.
No, y'all be having what's them things called?
What?
The head wrap on.
Well,
Candy hair wrap be all on her. Like she wake up, it be like this. She be like, hello. It'd be all on her face. So welcome y'all. We hope y'all guys had a great holiday weekend. We hope you just was able to celebrate it, man. Under the circumstances where everybody is quarantined or staying at home, we hope you were able to find a way to celebrate this Resurrection Sunday.
So we found a way to celebrate Resurrection Sunday. We were able to go to a church where they have an innovative way of having church. It's called Parking Lot Church. So they have a huge parking lot, and it all faces toward the front of the church. So the pastor comes out, has a portable roster podium that he comes in right where the sidewalk ends.
Yes.
So he's right before the parking lot begins. He sets up there and he brings out his speaker and his mic. Everyone has to stay in their car, and it's very orderly. All the smaller cars are in the front. The compact and smaller cars are in the front. People with SUVs and 4x4s, they're in the back. Not 4x4. Is it 4x4? Trucks.
Trucks
are
yeah.
in the back. and he preaches. Not a long thing. I think the service was only a half an hour. And here's the thing, guys. He just gave us the word, and it was so cool because when he's preaching good, you honk your horn.
You honk your horn. We had our windshield wipers waving.
When something happened, instead of waving our hand, we put our windshield wipers on so we could wave.
If you're catching one of these, you flick your lights.
You flick your light. If he says something real quick, you're like, ah!
You flick your lights real quick.
See, I shouldn't have messed with my thing.
So it was I think it was I was definitely blessed by the word. But what I
realized, Kevin, is you don't need a whole bunch of other stuff that we do to fill in the space.
Exactly.
And because when you come with a mind to worship, with a mind to, this is going to bug me, to hear the word of the Lord or whatever, you don't need a whole bunch of other stuff. You don't need the church. Well, I guess you do. They send church announcements apparently over the social media or whatever. But you don't need a whole bunch of the extra stuff is what I'm realizing. So we were in there for a half an hour. We were in, and it was a good word.
Funny thing that happened while we were there. It was one of the church mothers. Pastor was preaching and he was giving the word, and church mother pulled her Cadillac right up to the front because she wanted to make sure Pastor had her offering.
And so one of our viewers said, "Oh, it's too risky." So let me back up. So what happened? Because I want to explain because I kind of skipped over. Everybody stays in their own
You never
car.
get out your car.
You
have face mask on.
You don't even roll your windows down. So no windows are rolled down. No no one gets out their cars. You have to have face masks on. Even in your car, you never make contact with anyone. And the rule is, you're not picking up anybody on your way. You're not picking up Sister Sally down the street or whatever. Only people that are in your household are allowed to come in your car.
There's no contact with people at all.
There's no contact. So in my car, it was just me and Kevin. Car next to me, it was one person that was by themselves. Or actually on both sides of us. Matter of fact, one couple was so funny. One couple had two different cars. The wife was in one car, the husband was in the other car. So there was never any human contact. We were more than 6 feet. We were actually car lengths away from one another. So no one was ever at risk because there was absolutely no human contact made. The pastor set his own stuff up. The pastor was probably maybe 25 feet
from everybody.
25 to 30 feet from everybody. But again, the windows were rolled up. So unlike some of the ways and I'm not here to knock anybody else's church. Y'all do what y'all do. But unlike the way that some of the other churches were doing, this one was completely no human contact whatsoever. The car windows weren't even rolled down because they had it amplified.
Speaking of other churches in Kentucky, it says, according to TMZ, it was church packed. And they went into the building, but they said it was packed despite parking lot full of nails. Somebody put nails out in the parking lot, so when the parishioners actually came, they got so there. Yeah, we're gonna get right into this story.
That's what we're doing. The graphic.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, there was never any human contact, and so one of our viewers said, but you had to leave your house. So it's going from your house to your car. People are doing that. And, some of us are fortunate enough to have driveways. So it's literally going from your front door to your car and you never get out again.
Let me say this. And
people, here's the thing. People are going to find excuses to say or to agree to be the antagonist or protagonist. But I'm going to say kudos to this church because they did it the right way. And to top it off, the police came and the police have taken survey of how this church is doing it, and the police gave them the thumbs up and told the pastor, you guys, if you're going to do this, you guys are doing it the right way.
Now, the church that isn't doing it the right way is the church in Kentucky.
That got this notice
right over here.
Over here.
Yeah, the church in Kentucky, they are actually congregating in their building. So what a neighborhood person did was went out and put nails in their parking lot. So when they went in, they would actually, the tires would get all messed up. And the police were watching it closely. But they also got, I believe, citations.
So yeah, if you see here in this graphic below, they did not get fined, but the police were putting these citations because this church in Kentucky had a church full of people inside the church for Easter Sunday, and that pastor was really putting people at risk. But they were inside the church like it was church as usual.
Yeah.
And
it was a lot of people.
And it was a lot. So several hundred people. So and also volunteers came beforehand that they had to clear out all of the nails out of the park. This is gonna get on my nerves, y'all. So if I keep doing that, just pay me no mind. Clear out the parking lot so that people can park their cars. So it had to be thousands and thousands and thousands. I don't know who bought all those nails, but it was thousands of nails that were in the parking lot. So volunteers came a couple of hours before the church service started to clear them all out. Now the police did not give fines. However, they put notices on the car to let the people know that they were not in compliance with the stay home orders. However, like I said to you before, the church that we visited yesterday in the parking lot never made human contact. The police was and we were told later on, I was FaceTiming one of the members. We were told by one of the members that for as long, I think this is their third week doing it, they have a police presence that makes sure that everyone is in compliance and everything's in compliance. And every week they've been getting the thumbs up. There's a way for them to get offering through Givelify or through Cash App and through all these things. So there's never any human contact made. I love what you guys are doing. People are asking what church this was.
Well, we will inbox us and we'll let you know. We'll let you know. So listen, really quickly, y'all. This Saturday was a monumental moment on TV, Lifetime. It's really rare that you're able to see a biopic about a gospel group. And we were able to watch and see the biopic about the Clark sisters.
Pause 1 second. The name of the church, Kelly Pritchett put the name of the church up there. So if you're interested in coming to Parking Lot Church,
come on, we'll be there next Sunday.
We'll be there next Sunday.
Yes.
But you have to. Here's the rule, because you will be turned away if you decide to come. You have to even though it's in the car, you have to have a face mask on, even in your car.
It's just a compliance.
To have your face mask on.
And it's for your protection too.
And you cannot have a car load of people that it's not your family.
Yeah.
My son even rode in a separate car.
Yeah.
Me and Kevin were in the car together. So if you decide to come to Parking Lot Church, you have to have a face mask. Keep your windows rolled up. Don't worry, you'll be able to hear, and you will not get out your car.
Yeah. So listen, on Saturday again, biopic First Lady of Gospels, in regards to the Clark sisters. They did an amazing job on this biopic. I think it was excellent. It was excellent. Like, the music was amazing. Shout out to Donald Lawrence. One of the standouts for me was a young lady that played Maddie Moss Clark. Her name is LaJunia. How do you say her name? LaJunia Ellis. She did an amazing job portraying Dr. Maddie Moss Clark. It was almost like if anybody has ever been around Kojic at all and you saw Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, she had the mannerism, she had everything. And I realized, I was like, where have I seen her at before? She was also the young lady on, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Ray. The one that was in an affair with Ray, and I think she killed herself, or she tried to kill herself.
I don't remember.
But she was the one that sang in that particular movie. She's an amazing actress. I think the whole cast.
I think everybody, Kevin,
did an amazing job.
That did an amazing job in this. Kiara really did well portraying her mom. And it's like, if somebody is going to, if there was ever the biopic about Candy and Kev, y'all gonna have to put a lot of foundation.
But she would have your mannerisms.
But my daughter has my mannerisms. She knows, and she can be on stage just be like, nah, my mom would never say or do those things. They did an amazing job.
One of the producers was her husband, Karen Clark Shear's husband,
Drew
Shear, Bishop Drew Shear. So they were able to get a correct depiction of the story. And a lot of people were wondering about Denise and all that good stuff. When you do a film, sometimes you have to add some elements of
my head is a little cold. My head is
just some different elements, but it was completely on point. Like, I said something and people thought it was funny, but I was like, Denise was an old fast. She was
Stop,
fast.
she's somebody's pastor right now.
No, she's not. She's not a pastor anymore.
Okay.
She
was fast, y'all.
She had 7 kids.
7 kids.
By number of bishops, from what I understand. I ain't gonna be
We
messy.
ain't gonna be messy.
I ain't gonna be messy.
On the show.
I ain't gonna be messy. I want the Lord to bless me.
Pause to sip some tea.
Let me just sip my tea here. Hold on.
But shout out to you. Another person that we have to give a big shout out to in the production of this was Donald Lawrence. How do you take 5 women not biologically related, weren't even born, related to one another.
Oh, okay.
Weren't even born during this time and recreate that Clark Sisters sound? Like, if you just listen to him, I said, he brought me through hard trials. I said, never they go by. Yes. Now, what I did realize though is on that one part, because nobody can actually be Karen. The only thing I know is, and you're a music connoisseur, so I'm gonna see if you notice this. On that one song, where Karen first took the lead and she hits that real high note, Kara couldn't hit the real high note, so she went an octave right below it.
Oh, okay.
So, but aside from that, everybody did an amazing
kudos to
job.
Lifetime, and I love Lifetime. They had a couple of mess ups when they did a couple of biopics, but they did a great job on that.
Listen, Mary J. Blige, Queen Latifah, who was the other one?
Missy Elliott.
Y'all get to do everybody that we care about bios.
It's crazy because they announced a new biopic that's coming out about Salt and Pepper. So I am excited to see what you guys.
Who are they?
I don't know.
You don't know who the producers are for that?
No, I'm assuming it's the same people probably, but they're doing Salt and Pepper coming soon. So I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out and see their story. So yeah, so that's what we did. So
y'all might be wondering why I'm in my pajamas. First of all, for all of y'all who I told y'all I have Snuggies, I'm not a liar. I have Snuggies, and this is my cat dog Snuggie. Kevin calls my Snuggies birth control, but here's the thing, because this is my stay at home edition, because after this show, I don't have to work from home today. So I'm going back to bed. So I was like, ain't no need in getting dressed.
Speaking of going to work, now you know times is really serious. Anytime Walt Disney World had to actually lay off over 43,000 people out the workforce in Florida.
So 43,000 employees of Walt Disney World were getting they're getting furloughed. They're getting laid off. Orlando's Magic Kingdom has been shut down since March 16th. And they will make their layoffs effective April 19th, according to Forbes. Most of the employees were security guards and other workers involved with operating the facility. The Mouse House, as they're called,
Mickey Mouse getting laid off, y'all.
The Mouse House says that the laid off workers will keep their health benefits for up to 1 year. So shout out to because that's major.
Yeah,
they're going to be able to keep their health benefits for up to 1 year, and Disney has agreed to pay for coronavirus testing for any employee that will need it. Shout out to you, Disney. I mean, y'all, it costs $1,000 a person to get in there, so y'all can afford it.
Yeah, they definitely can afford it.
Y'all can afford
They definitely can afford it. But you know, times are serious anytime Mickey and Minnie getting laid off. Y'all gonna look up Mickey and them gonna be right on, because they do have to file unemployment. So the character that actually puts on the Mickey Mouse costume, it's applying for unemployment, Joe. We in trouble.
So here's the happiest place in the world, because that's their catchphrase. The happiest place in the world ain't so happy right now.
The world is in trouble, y'all. We are in trouble.
Is in trouble.
I saw somebody put up this particular meme. They said when heaven and hell come on agreement, you know the world is in trouble, because they were saying the church, something, I got to find the thing, but when you see that Mickey got to file for unemployment, you know we in trouble. Mickey has been in business and been working for over 50-some years.
But for those of you, as we told you when we first came back to doing Car Conversations, the stay-at-home edition, Kevin was very forthcoming. He was one of those who After, let me see, so all together 7 days of working at home. One day he went to sign in his computer and he couldn't access his email, and he was like, "What the problem is?
I like, what's going on?" Then my boss called me with the CEO.
No, not with the boss, with the CEO of the company.
Hey Kevin, how you doing? I was doing all right until I got this phone call. Wow, what's going on? But thanks be to God, we've been able to survive. Financially, we're all right. So one of the things that we decided to do was like, listen. It's really time to talk to our financial coach.
Listen, the first thing, y'all, people joke at me whenever they put up those what ifs. They say, what if you won $1 million right now? Or what if legally $500,000 dropped into your...
Leave the hair alone.
Okay, so I just do it like that.
Yeah.
Dropped into your bank account. What would you do? My consistent answer every time is call Rachel Hannibal. Call Rachel Hannibal. And a friend of ours last week, he put one up. He says, what would you do if legally $300,000 dropped in your bank account? I said, call this woman right here, Rachel Hannibal. And he was like, and I wrote that, he said the top 5 things you would do. And I put her name all 5 times. And there's a reason why. And we have her as our special guest today to give you some financial tips in surviving this pandemic.
Hey, Candy and Kev. This is your favorite personal finance consultant. And I am just coming to give you 10 tips that you and your listeners can use to help you through this pandemic that we're struggling with right now. The number one thing is we want to switch to our emergency budget, meaning needs only. And if there's one thing that this pandemic is helping us to separate is our needs from our wants, right? So you want to switch to that emergency budget, needs only. Save as much money as possible and cut back on anything else that is not essential at this time. Second thing you want to do is you want to find find ways to save small amounts of money every day, every week. Even if it's just, packing your lunch or maybe making your own coffee, whatever it is, every dollar adds up when you're speaking of needing an emergency fund. And I know right now a lot of us are realizing how much every dollar really counts. And so put it on your calendar every day to look for at least one way that you can save money every day. The third thing you want to do is you want to take inventory of your home, and you want to put things in 3 categories. Either you want to save it, you need to keep it, or you need to sell it, or you need to give it away. A lot of us are holding on to things in our home that's collecting dust that we can probably sell and make money off of, or we can just give it away and bless someone. And so now that we have this time, we're spending a lot of time home. That is a great assignment to do, to just separate things, what you need to keep and what you need to let go of. The fourth thing that I suggest all of you do is cut down on the meat. And there's multiple reasons for that. And when it comes to money, most of the time the meat is the most expensive part of the meal. And so you want to kind of figure out some meatless recipes. And plus, right now, it's healthier. It's healthier to just cut out some meat and help us to give our bodies what it needs, to give our bodies a break from all that processed meat and things anyway. And so you want to do that. Find inexpensive or quick recipes and things that do not include meat. Number 5, you want to review or revisit your short-term and your long-term financial goals. I know at the beginning of the year, a lot of us wrote a whole vision board, finance vision board, and all these things that we wanted to do this year financially, whether it's paying down your debt, whether it's saving for emergencies or whatever it may be. All is not lost, but we may have to revisit it just to review and revamp a few things, okay? So just take some time to revisit those goals. And then you want to break them down into bite-sized goals, something you can do every day. How much do you want to save every week? How much do you want to save every month? You want to break it down so it's easier and it's more likely that you actually reach those goals when you break them down into smaller daily or weekly goals. Number 6, you want to do something every day to get you one step closer to your financial goals. Whatever your definition of financial freedom is, you want to do one thing, at least one thing every day to get you one step closer on your journey towards financial freedom. Now, some days you may just be doing research on, you may be calling your lenders or figuring out what all these things mean to you personally. You may be listening to a finance podcast. You may check out my finance tips on Fridays. Other days you may just be having a money moment. But whatever it is, you want to make sure you are doing something every day to get you one step closer to your finance goals. Number 7, you want to start a savings challenge in your home or with your spouse or with an accountability partner. I like these things because they are so effective when you make saving fun. I think that we should all have the same amount of joy that we get out of spending money, that I believe we should have that same amount of fun and joy when it comes to saving money. All right. So number 8 kind of ties into number 6, to schedule money moments, meaning have your alert go off on your phone ever so often. It allows you to have a money moment. So kind of just review your progress, see where you are, see where you need to be, see if there is any adjustments that you need to make. So have those money moments as often as possible. Number 9, during this time, I don't think any of us should really make any long-term financial decisions, because it's never good to do that when fear, frustration, or anxiety is present. And so I always encourage you all to not make long-term financial decisions based on emotions and, again, fear or anxiety, and that all those things are really high right now because we're all unsure of what's going to happen in the future. Where is all this coming from? Where is everything going? But I can guarantee you that this is indeed temporary. All right. And so the last thing I want to say is that you want to make sure you're speaking to take the time out to speak to a financial coach before you make big purchases, a car, a home, or anything like that, or before you make any bigger financial decisions. Like, I know right now a lot of people are pulling from their 401k or other things, and that's something that you definitely need to make sure that you take the time to sit down with a finance coach before you make those big decisions. So I'm hoping that helps you, and I'm hoping that you will be encouraged on your journey towards financial freedom. I have enjoyed serving you two and your listeners throughout this, and I will continue to do so. It is my mission to give the next generation of millionaires a head start on their road to financial freedom. So here, your favorite personal finance coach again, Rachel Hannibal, signing out. I love you. Hugs and kisses. This is just temporary, guys.
Well, listen, y'all, that's tips that all of us need.
And you can catch, if you need some more tips like this is our go-to person. She has helped us in such a big way. You can email her at contact@RachelHannibal.com. Her website is RachelHannibal.com. But if you have, if you want to link up with her as a coach, a financial coach, especially through this time, because we know that some people on Friday already started to receive their stimulus checks.
Yes.
And we want you to work that money properly.
Correct. And one of our loyal listeners, Anna, she put up that after working with her, she has totally got her credit score
like
up
almost 60 points.
Like almost 60
I think
points.
It was 60.
Yeah.
Almost 60 points or more. So she's helped us.
She's helped us.
We made leaps and bounds in our situation as well. So she is someone that we trust, and she has a proven record. She is an Amazon best-selling author
yes.
Of a finance book for kids, and she is actually beginning today. Is today the 12th? Or either today or tomorrow, she is a part of a national women's summit on finance. She is one of their featured speakers, and they only pulled in the best.
Yes.
So happy to know that I know her, because I know that she's the real, she's the truth.
How Denzel Washington said in that movie, he said, "I stand behind it." I said, I certify she's good.
And honestly, after when Kevin got laid off, guess who was the first person we contacted?
Look, I was like, listen.
Rachel. Kevin's like, get Rachel on the phone.
Get Rachel on the phone. We need to figure out what we need to do. So listen, y'all, this has been another edition of Car Conversation, the home edition with Candy and Kev. We appreciate you. Get Candy, who do we got? What's going on tomorrow? We got I guess I better tell you.
Yeah, because I never know. And here's the deal. Y'all think I'm joking. Candy going back to sleep after this here edition. I already got my Snuggie on, and this is my my tamper-proof Snuggie.
Yeah, so tomorrow we have our special guest, Toby Vent, the musical guest. Also, we'll be talking relationship stuff. So make sure you tune in with us. We got a lot of stuff going on. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Have a great day.
Here we go. It's the show you've been waiting for. I know you've been waiting. Just sit back. You will see. You're gonna want some.